Alrighty, guys. So, today's topic is like using, no, how your thinking, the way you think, affects your life a lot more than you probably think it does, right? So, you've probably you probably know that like positive thinking is like a good thing, right? I don't know why I put air quotes. Like positive thinking is a good thing, right? You think positively and positive things happen. Um, yeah, you know that. But a lot of other things, like when you are feeling tired, when your body can like do physical like activity a lot more than your brain thinks you can. So like after you go for a run, so let's say you're running like a marathon runner, right? A marathon runner obviously is fitter than you because like you don't even leave your house. But obviously a marathon runner is fitter than you. But like majority of the challenge of being fit, like not of like having a lot of stamina is just having the mental strength to keep running. Because they probably they if they had the same mental strength as you, they would probably be tired after like the first kilometer, but they have like 41 more to go, right? So yeah, the way you think, so like what you believe is what is going to become true for you and what other people will think about you. That made it sound like really like bullshit. But so if you believe that you are okay, this is gonna sound really like wishy-washy, like law of attraction type of bullshit, but just it works. So just pay attention and just try it, okay? So if you believe that you are like if you truly believe, like you think that you are the coolest person in the room, you think you are like the alpha male, if you want to call it that, you believe that, then that's how you will act, right? That's how you'll act. If that's truly what you believe, that's how you will act, and that's how other people will perceive you, right? But if you think you're like you're the weird kid who sits in the corner, and like you think that your social skills are really bad, and you think that it's weird to talk to like girls and even guys, you think it's just weird to talk to people because you think that you're weird and you don't fit in, then that's exactly what's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna look at you as the outcast. You're gonna like become like alienated from the group, right? Because that's what you think of yourself. That's what everyone else is gonna think of you, right? So, first point, think big of yourself. Like never sell yourself short. Like always when it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to how you perceive yourself and how you I don't know how to say it, like how you think of your achievements or like your status and stuff like that. Always think highly of yourself. Always think highly of yourself, but also remember that you are a lifelong learner. You're always a student and you can always improve, right? With those two things, knowing that on this hand, you are really good. Like you are better than like 80% of people because you're actually doing things to improve yourself, right? 80% of people aren't. They just crying about being at the bottom and having nothing, but they don't do anything to change it. But you are. So on this hand, think about that. But on the other hand, think that you think about how low you are compared to everyone else. Okay, no, that's not good way to put it. Think about how much more you have to learn. Like think about how much you've learned in the if you're watching these videos, I assume you've been doing self-improvement for like less than a year. So let's say like 6 months, right? Think about all the stuff you've learned in 6 months of self-improvement and think about how much more you can learn in your next 5, 10, 15 years. So just remember that you can always improve and you can always get better. You're never at your absolute like genetic potential, like you never reach that top level, right? But also remember that you're better than most people, and you should see yourself as a high value person, right? You should value yourself and you should respect yourself so that other people respect you, right? The other thing I wanted to mention in this video was about like your feelings, right? So after you play a game of football, you feel tired, right? But you feel tired. Your feelings don't have to dictate your actions. That is like the feminine thing to do. This is going to be a little bit like controversial, but so like from a completely like caveman standpoint, a feminine person will listen to their feelings. So the job of the feminine is to like care and nurture, right? To like raise a child or whatever. Okay, I don't know this very well, but I'm just gonna tell you what I know, right? It's like they use their feelings to like care and nurture for someone, while the masculine man, the masculine is like goal striving, and they don't listen to their feelings. Because if they listen to their feelings, then they wouldn't be able to do work. Like, listening to their feelings stop them from doing their work, and their purpose as a man is to achieve their goals and provide for this feminine woman, right? So just from a completely so all of us are like weak, like feminine men, right? Because of like the way we've been raised by society and everything, right? But a masculine man would not listen to his feelings. He would think, I don't want to work right now, but if I do work, that's using discipline, that's going to improve my discipline, and it's going to help me towards my purpose, right? So your purpose being like your goals and your mission and like, or whatever your purpose is, like your like core like mission as a man is to like strive for goals and like achieve more so that you can like get the woman and then like provide for her so she doesn't have to do anything and she can care for your children while you're out like achieving your goals and stuff, right? So like that's like, you know. So the masculine man doesn't listen to his feelings. He sees his feelings and he thinks, my mind is being a bitch, so I'm not going to listen to my mind and I'm going to do the work anyways. Because most of the time, as I said before, your mind can do a lot, your body can do a lot more than your mind thinks you can. So after you play a football game of like 90 minutes, and then you come home and then you eat and then you feel like just sleeping, obviously if you're like injured and like, don't take this out of scale. If you're injured, if you need obviously you need rest, like sleep is really important and like resting is really important, but like you can almost always push yourself further than you think you can, right? Someone has done a plank for 9.5 hours. You think he was comfortable through the whole thing, and like he wasn't. He was definitely feeling pain, but it was the mental strength that got him through it, right? It was the discipline. So we have to ignore our feelings, detach your actions from your feelings, because just think about it. If you let your feelings dictate your actions, then when you're angry, you might punch someone, or but that wasn't you, right? From a logical standpoint, you shouldn't have punched that person because there was no need to, right? It's just because you got angry. You let your emotions take over. And on the same thing, like if you feel tired and then you don't do your work, or you just lie around and you jack off or whatever, that was not the right thing to do. You're gonna look back and think why did I do that? I could have done some work. I had 3 hours, but instead I spent it on TikTok or something. So yeah. So second thing, detach your feelings from your actions and do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it, right? So use discipline, and that will get you. Those two things will get you really far in life. Those two are very important things that a lot of people don't know. So how you think about yourself, and how you think of yourself is how everyone else will think of you, because that is the way you will act. So think big of yourself. Never sell yourself short. Always think highly of yourself, but also keep in mind that you are a lifelong learner and that you always have way to improve. And don't listen to your feelings because don't listen to your feelings because your body is a lot stronger than your mind thinks it is. So you can always do work when your mind thinks you can't. So yeah, that was So there's another thing that I'm not going to talk about in this video because this is getting quite a long video, but it's like visualizations, and this is where like everyone thinks that I am a blue-haired Twitter girl who's saying that I'm an Aries and I'm going to use the law of attraction to manifest my future. Like, that's not it, right? Law of attraction is like, it's a real thing, but like everything, the whole like community around it is like just rubbish, right? So it does work, but like the way that we know it is like, think about having $10,000 in your hand and don't do anything and it will just appear in your hand. Like, that's not how it works, right? I'll explain in another video that about how like you can visualize yourself doing something and then it'll make it much easier to do the work because you've already, so like it ties in with the whole like thinking, how you think of yourself. If you visualize yourself already doing the thing that you want to do, then you feel like the guy, like your future self who has already done this, right? So that's how the rest of the world perceives you. That's how you perceive yourself. So that's how you'll act. You'll act as if the guy who's already achieved the goal. So it'll be a lot easier for you to achieve that goal, right? I'll give an in-depth, like, step-by-step thing of that in another video, but thanks for watching. I think it's my longest video yet. Please watch till the end. Goodbye.